Hello, welcome to Midlands Today. The headlines this lunchtime. A week-long crackdown on uninsured drivers begins with police forces across the region out to catch illegal motorists.
Uninsured drivers account for something like 26,000 injuries and 130 deaths every year.
Fundraising to buy a railway station. Volunteers in a Shropshire village set out on a unique adventure.
I'm finding out what's being done to make sure every child in Birmingham has the sports equipment they need to take part in PE.
Good afternoon. Birmingham has a higher proportion of uninsured drivers than anywhere else in the country. In some parts of the city, it's estimated 1 in 30 vehicles aren't insured. Today, police forces across the region started a crackdown. It means any motorist caught without insurance will have their vehicle seized, as Jonathan Gibson reports.
I'm with the Central Motorway Police Group on the lookout for uninsured drivers.
This car is fitted with what we call AMPR, automatic number plate recognition cameras. Yeah, so this car is constantly reading any car that we pass, front and rear. It'll read the registration numbers.
The numbers are run through a national database which checks who's covered, and the car in front not.
Hey mate, you all right? Yes, mate. Just want to jump out? The reason I've stopped you is because the cameras on the Bristol Street out of the city, your car's just tripped it, indicating that there's possibly no insurance on the car. Right, okay.
The driver, Christian, says he does have insurance, but when the police double-check...
Lovely, so they've got no trace.
It means Christian's car will be seized on the spot.
I'm obviously not insured. I thought I was insured and the bank had stopped my payment. But that's basically it, so I'm not insured, so seize my car. Get insured.
So he'll just probably end up in the local magistrate's court in town in Birmingham, and then a fine and 6 points.
Parts of the West Midlands have the highest proportion of uninsured drivers anywhere in the country. The B9 postal district of Birmingham is the #1 hotspot. 1 in 30 vehicles here doesn't have any insurance.
Is that true? All right, I never knew that.
Driving uninsured, they should be banned off the roads.
There are something in the order of 1 million vehicles out there, out of a total of 38 million, that are driving uninsured. And bearing in mind that uninsured drivers account for something like 26,000 injuries and 130 deaths every year, we need to take these people off the road.
And that's exactly what the Central Motorway Police Group are doing. This is the 1,500th car seized by this team in the last 12 months. Jonathan Gibson, BBC Midlands Today.
And you can watch the rest of that report on Inside Out, but not tonight. It's on Friday this week at 7:30. The American owners of Cadbury have once again stressed they have complied with all UK tax laws, despite paying no corporation tax last year. Mondelez International UK generated £1.7 billion in sales, but because of a series of legal accounting techniques, including investment in the Bourneville factory, it ended up owing nothing. A campaign has been started for volunteers to buy the buildings at a railway station in Shropshire. For the past 20 years, the ticket office at Gabowen near Oswestry has been run as a social enterprise, but now the building has gone on the market. Sian Greschek is there for us today and can tell us more. Sian.
Well, Joe, this isn't your typical station. It's not often, is it, that you can walk in to this ticket office here or have a cafe that's actually run by volunteers from the local college, from Derwin College here. And for the last 21 years, this local company has been able to run it, but now they're facing a pretty tough time. How frustrated are you that you've got to raise so much money, Martin?
It is frustrating. We're fully aware of the money needed. We've done a lot of groundwork over the last 12 months. The cost to purchase is approximately 150,000, with refurbishment in the region of an extra 200,000, but we have carried out extensive reports on what is required.
So a big bill to foot, but there is a plan. Let's talk to one of the other directors here. Tony, what is the plan?
The plan is on Wednesday we'll be holding a public meeting here in the waiting room at Gabowing between 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning and 7 o'clock in the evening. And we invite all the public in that are interested that can come and give us their views and what they want to do.
How difficult is it going to be to raise this money? Is it possible?
It's possible, but obviously we wouldn't be trying to do this if we thought it was impossible. We've had verbally people have supported us, and we're just hopeful now that we can get more people to do so.
All right, Tony, well, thank you very much indeed for joining us. These buildings are actually owned by John Lewis Pensions Trust, and we'll be talking to them later on tonight's programme.
John in Gabowing, thank you. The people of Birmingham are being urged to donate their used sports equipment to encourage more people in the city to get into exercise. The initiative is being run by the BBC, Birmingham City Council and Sport Birmingham. Our reporter Tom Turrell is at Hillstone Primary School in Shard End for us this lunchtime. Tom, what is going on?
Joanne, welcome to gym class here, and these guys are really enjoying themselves, but I'm told not every young person in Birmingham can afford to take part in PE. They simply can't afford to buy the equipment and the clothes. That's why the BBC and others like the City Council have come together to form a new initiative. They want you and I to donate the second-hand clothes and sports equipment of our children to make sure the most needy get what they need. The idea is that you get your sports equipment, you find one of 20 cages, and you simply pop it in. Well, behind the scheme is Olympic bronze medalist Catherine Merrick. Catherine, how sad is it that some can't afford to take part in sport?
It is sad, of course it is, but that's why when you have something like Reclaim Sport, it gives young people the opportunity to not just see if they could be potential sporting stars, but just to get them active. And we all have things that we don't use anymore, right? I bought a couple of pair of trainers today. Everybody's got something that they don't use anymore. So find out where your local bin is. Go onto the bbc.co.uk/Get Inspired website to find where your local one is and drop them in, because it's vital that we give people and young people opportunity to get involved and get active.
Well, Jill's the head teacher here. Jill, this is a sad story, really, isn't it? Some just simply can't afford to do PE.
Yes, well, usually schools will be able to provide them opportunities, but if they want to get involved in outside school, in clubs, there isn't the grassroots equipment and places for them to go to in order to be able to join in.
Well, Joanne, I don't know about you, but when I was in Year 4, PE was my favourite activity in the whole school day, so it seems like everybody should be able to take part.
Tom, you go off and enjoy the class then now, and we'll see you later. And a list of donation points in Birmingham is on the BBC Get Inspired website. It's bbc.co.uk/Get Inspired. Talking of sport, Birmingham City Football Club are officially under new ownership after the completion of a takeover. The news was announced to the Hong Kong Stock Exchange this morning. Trillion Trophy Asia Limited have been in talks with the receivers running the club's parent company since the summer of 2015. Right, let's get the latest weather for a new week now with Lucy Martin.
Good afternoon. Well, you may not be aware that last night was one of 6 supermoons through the year. Our lovely weather watchers out capturing those skies for us. As we go through the next couple of days, this weather front going to make a big impact on our weather over the next few days, bringing in some colder air behind it. Looking at the detail for this afternoon then, we've got a mixture of scattered showers and sunny spells. Those showers do have the potential to be quite heavy, but in between it some decent spells of brightness. Temperatures today at a maximum of 15 degrees Celsius. As we move through this evening and overnight then, we'll see more in the way of cloud coming in from the west before we see the arrival of this band of rain coming in through into the early hours. Temperatures falling to an overnight low of between 7 to 9 degrees Celsius. Now that rain will be with us first thing tomorrow. It should clear out pretty quickly towards the east, and behind that we should see some brighter, drier weather, some more sunny spells in the mix. But like I mentioned, those temperatures feeling quite significantly cooler than today, with a maximum of 12 degrees Celsius and a bit of a breeze.
That's all for now, but later, the mother of the late Stephen Sutton, the boy who raised millions for charity while fighting cancer, will be here in the studio talking about carrying on her son's legacy. She's just climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. That's Midlands Today at the later time of 7 o'clock tonight. But from now, from the Lunchtime team, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.